I'm sorry about that. Sorry, like it ended for some weird reason, and then my Wi-Fi. I don't know. And I'm not like a technical genius. It took longer than I thought to like sort it out. Where I was last was the Eight of Cups, like walking away from stuff that you put your heart that like wasn't working out. For bed, it's not like feeding your life, so you're like moving on to follow your passions. Like after you had some time, kind of enforced time to like contemplate, like how we've all been quarantined and forced to have this like moment to ourselves to learn about ourselves. Like, and it's uncomfortable, but then we become enlightened about like what our real needs are, and we actually gain quite a bit of power that radiates outward, that then like causes us to turn away from what was not serving us. And even though we're embarking on something new and we're in like a different environment, let's say, we're still going to encounter like the charity of like spirit backing us on this new venture. And it's important to like keep your cool in that process, like one foot on land, one foot in the water, like one keeping being like grounded on the one hand, and also like connected with your emotions, and like balancing those two instead of like freaking out, like, why am I stepping out? This water's cold, like whatever you might not like about being in touch with your emotions, you just like go, okay, like I'm gonna, like, to myself, know that I'm protected and backed by spirit. I'm gonna pour my emotions into what's important to me, and then I'm gonna pour it back. Like staying balanced. Like you don't have to go on like a mad texting spree to like explain yourself when you're going through these important moments of getting to know yourself, and like, or moving through different energies. Not going to let yourself like ride off the rails, because once you can balance yourself, you can go on this path that's behind you to like this mountain where the sun is rising. So like a lot of good can come of you taking the time, like inspired time, to like balance yourself and really get to know your strength, and to stay calm for this voyage, this next chapter that you're gonna do, that's gonna take you to great heights and like wonderful, enlightening moments and life-giving moments, like what the sun tends to be. So, just like to wrap it up, this is a very long reading, and it was interrupted with my computer deciding to like stop. Essentially, we're reaching out, like out of our loneliness, out of the fire of our like frustrated passions across this divide, reaching out and communicating to people about like our new projects, or about like our love towards something, someone, whatever is like this creative urge that is so beautiful and authentic to you. You're gonna, even though it might feel new to you to do this stretch and go across your emotions to the other side. You're gonna be brave and do it, because like there's so many positive changes that will result in that, and you're gonna trust yourself, and you're gonna listen to yourself and your inspired thoughts, because like that's your inspiration and your faith is like, it's like your faith is decorated in this flower garland and moving forward over what could feel like the impossible, despite negative voices. Like, you know, there's something beautiful that you're going to do, that you're moving forward to do. And just to recap, you're seemingly like rising from the dead of like not doing much because like spirit has called you. You've heard the call. You've spent enough time in contemplation, getting inspired. You've walked away from what doesn't serve you, and you're getting rewarded for it by showing up. And while it might be a new situation for you to be like speaking to people about like your inspirations and your feelings and everything, it's for the good. And you have so many cards expressing like how successful this will be if you focus your energy into whatever it is you want to create. Like, it's gonna turn out into this white stallion from just a mess of ideas and energies. If you focus it into any kind of project, it will become something great and unique and wonderful. And because now it's time, like it's a time of completion, and it'll make you shine, and it'll be healing for you, and everyone will be behind it. It'll be like great joy and togetherness, working together, relationships, in some cases marriages, like that will move things forward into another realm, because you can live a very satisfied life on your own, but there's something else that happens like when you join forces with someone else to create something, whether it's a marriage, a business, a fun day, whatever. It becomes something else. It's no longer you walking alone in the forest. It's like you having an awesome picnic, or whatever it is, like, or marriage or business. But it requires you to balance your emotions because you're in new territory. But don't be afraid of that. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the process of discovering your deepest emotions and all the parts of yourself. That is your strength. And you're inspired to do that at this stage so that you can move forward and follow this path to glory that you want. And it's like a passionate new beginning. So it's like really great as long as you can follow your intuition with strength and clarity. It's in protecting your vision too. It's gonna make you come out of depression or stillness, and it's gonna make you come out of like this feeling of fighting with other people's passions and ideas, mostly passions. Because like that old cycle is over and a new one has begun. So it's like that's a really exciting reading, and it's fun to, maybe it's not like the thing you wanted to do, to have to face yourself and face your deepest desires and like your subconscious thoughts and feelings and stuff. But now that you've done that, you're super strong, focused, you know what you like, and you can move forward as kind of like a new person. Maybe it's a bit new to people around you, and they're like, why is this person moving forward in such a miraculous way all of a sudden? It's like, well, because they decided to reach out with their passions and actually express them, or create their business, or reach out to people in a way that's like brave, and they balance their emotions and purpose. They're at peace with why they're doing this, why they're moving forward in this direction. So I think it's really positive reading, and I wish you guys all peace and happiness and love. And like I said earlier in the other part one video, even if you have like little negative thoughts, it's important to always like just make a positive one like 1% stronger, so that one wins, you know. So it's like, yeah, I may have thought that, but like deep down, I know I'm a good person. You know, everybody is made from 100% love, and we all have like a divine purpose that's beautiful, and just accepting that, um, and that's your like restart button. Like that's the basic truth of you, is that you're beautiful and that you're 100% like made of love, and you're just as inspired and wonderful as everyone else. And this experience can be like so beautiful if we just always remember that and always make that higher and more real in our minds than what